Hi, I'm Mike Roberts with the Visiting Nurse Association of Greater St. Louis. Happy Thursday. This is your weekly medical moment, and today we're talking about coping with grief through the holidays. Joining me today is Mary Thompson. She's the Bereavement Coordinator for Heartland Hospice, one of our arch enemies, but we're really in hospice, we're all in the same boat, so we definitely try to work together. Mary is going to be principally involved with this Coping with Grief Through the Holidays conference, which is going to be coming up on Saturday, October 6th at the Maryland Heights Community Center from 8:30 to 11:30. I blew through that, but we'll come back to it. First of all, Mary, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to join us and to talk about this hugely important subject, because the holidays are coming, and sure as they do, there will be grayer days. When we were talking on the phone, getting ready for this segment, you used a term that I just thought was outstanding: grief avoidance. We live in a grief avoidance society. Mary, what does that mean?
Well, to me, and it's a term that I heard and have picked up on, is that in our society we used to be more interconnected and more supportive when there was a loss in a family, and so now we're not as familiar with loss and grief, that we can avoid grievers because we're uncomfortable. We don't know what to say, we don't know what they're going through, and we can actually kind of isolate.
Makes sense. We don't live all in the same house with 3 generations over 40 years, so we just haven't experienced this as much. But the temptation, I suppose, is, well, I know she's going to cry, I get uncomfortable, so I'm just going to avoid the whole thing, but that is the wrong thing to do.
Oh, definitely. Now is when someone needs your support the most, just your supportive presence.
When you have a baby, you always wish there's a manual. Don't you? How many times have you said that? Oh, man. But just as there is no manual for life, there's no manual for grief. Each life is different, so each death is different, so each grief is going to be different.
Yes, and there's no right or wrong way, and it lasts different lengths for different people because of their situation, and so you just have to kind of go with the person, where they're at and what they're experiencing, and follow the lead of the person by, if they want to talk with them. If they want to be quiet, then to just sit there and be quiet with them,
I had another term I wanted to ask you about.
Okay.
And that was, again, going back to our phone conversation. You said you want to validate someone's grief. What did you mean by that, Mary?
That their grief, however they express it, is their grief. And so that if someone is wanting to talk about their loved one and they cry, and you change the subject, then you're not validating that they're grieving, and not supporting them, but that their grief is real and they are feeling it, not shutting them down.
You're not saying anything, but you're implying, you're making me uncomfortable, and you're sending messages. Please, just stop. We would never say that, never think that. But so these are important things to know going in ahead of the holidays, which surely will be bringing days that are difficult. Yes. Greater St. Louis Hospice Organization is the reason for this conference. The conference has cornerstones: creative writing, journaling, coping strategies, panel discussion.
Yes.
As you put this together, what did you want to do with each one of these, or maybe just collectively, Mary?
Well, what we wanted is we want to at least explain a little bit about grief itself, some of the common responses, validate that it's natural and normal to grieve, and then also talk about some of the strategies. This year is going to be different, and that's okay. And it can still be good, but you can set your own limitations. That's some of the coping strategies. You don't have to do as much as you used to do, not this year. Creative writing and journaling can help you work through things that are going on in your mind. And the panel discussion open for people to
The
ask
panel
questions.
discussion is huge because we're implying there's going to be a panel, they're going to talk. Really, no, it's actually for you to talk. The panel discussion is just going to be people who are experts who will be really good listeners. So these are a lot of great points. We're going to have this information on our website. We don't want you going, Bob, I'm here to validate your grief. We're going to go through creative writing, journaling, coping strategies, and panel discussion over the next one. No, that's not what it's about. These are just things that will help you as these holidays approach. Okay, so that's going to be Saturday, October 6th at the Maryland Heights Community Center from 8:30 to 11:30. Of course, this information will be on our website and also on yours. And Mary Thompson, Bereavement Coordinator for Heartland Hospice, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And
Oh,
may
yes.
I just
Oh,
add
please.
that we would we request that you call and register for the conference by calling Laura at 636-926-3722. She's at Nurses and Company, but she's taking reservations because we have limited seating.
Okay.
So thank you very much.
Give me the number one more time. 636?
926-3722.
Mary, thank you so much. Thank you for spending time with us. We'll see you next week on the Weekly Medical Moment. I'm Mike Roberts with Visiting Nurses Association of Greater St. Louis. Have a great day.